Each of us encounters a challenge in the expanse of life, which is full of uncertainties and hardships. Tough choice: face the storms or look for inner serenity. Hey, how do you stay strong and not give up when it feels like everything is against you? Stumbling under the weight of worry and strain, picture yourself in one of the worst mental shocks a person can experience, when a loved one passes away unexpectedly, and not because of disease or old age, but due to an unanticipated mishap or sudden anything that painfully and desperately challenges all of your beliefs at those moments and fortitude, even as you struggle to come to terms with the harsh reality. You learn a close buddy you have placed all of your faith in betraying you secrets. This double betrayal and grief not only destroys your faith in life and those nearby, but they also make you feel disoriented and unsure of how to move forward. Your path is where Stoic philosophy shines the brightest during the darkest times. Guiding light is teaching us the importance of accepting who we are, cannot alter, having the guts to alter what we, and the discernment to recognize the distinction, and a portion of that power is discovered in identifying the 10 subjects we should keep quiet about in order to inner tranquility and advancement towards spiritual freedom. Come along with me as we explore those 10 subjects and how staying away from them can support us in laying a solid foundation for our souls to create a calm, contented life, regardless of how many storms there are outside. But I'd like to give you a quick challenge before we discuss the 10 issues. Take experience to heart. Follow the video through to the conclusion, being careful not to miss any lessons, as each issue discussed is essential to gaining knowledge and calmness in your soul, directing you to lead a genuine. First of all, remain stoic and avoid talking about the many hardships life throws at us. Difficulties that may leave us feeling lost and alone in the midst of every step of the journey, from the tiniest daily challenges to profoundly demanding fighting, requires fortitude, perseverance, and bravery. While maintaining the soul's silence and adhering to Stoic principles, philosophy finds that there is innate strength, and that speaking up is not always necessary, or brag in the face of adversity. Choosing instead to embrace and triumph over obstacles discreetly, yet with all the bravery and vigor of soul, is not expressing feelings that holds the key to rising above them. Each time we face a difficulty, but in our capacity to exercise self-control and defy them with courage and wisdom while speaking up about our struggles, doesn't make them go away. Occasionally, it even makes them more apparent in our hence. Allow your power to be shown by your patient deeds. Endurance and steadfast resolve for every obstacle life offers us, not only a priceless lesson, but also a chance to hone our skills, to cultivate spiritual fortitude and quiet in the face of adversity, is a sign of resiliency rather than a sign of giving up. Resolve, Mac, rendering each trial ultimately meaningless in front of our courage and determination to face each. Challenge yourself and allow yourself to grow stronger, not only with words, but also by remaining silent and facing fearlessly. Cultivate within yourself a serene, resilient, and unwavering soul that meets every obstacle head-on, becoming a launching point for your ongoing second rule of self-development. Don't reveal your secrets. Even the most agonizing weapon might not always be an enemy's lash, but occasionally it's an injury caused by those closest to us. Shouldn't take chances with relationships because they might become more brittle than we think when we recognize faces. But don't encourage inquisitiveness. Hearts exercising caution in everything they say and do, vital, even with those closest to you. Some secrets are not to be taken lightly revealed to prevent fostering rumors in this intricate setting. Therefore, Stoicism serves as a lighthouse, illuminating the way while upholding steady morals and refraining from keeping one's emotions in check, and maintaining concealment is another aspect of one's identification. A private mark that is difficult to disclose in the face of interest or speculation, that exercises restraint in maintaining confidentiality, not only shows the capacity to handle data, while also indicating inner strength. Maintaining secrecy is a deliberate action motivated by self-respect and protecting the person's mental space. But it is something to think about that, when shared wisely, not all secrets should be kept forever. Furthermore, promptness may hold the key to revealing significant insight. Connection. The most important thing is to determine and select the appropriate time and beneficiary in order for every statement and deed to have meaning and further a higher goal. And, regrettably, the times when our secrets are, when Stoicism is unwittingly revealed, it once more serves as our guiding principle in how, instead of becoming agitated or in pain, we respond by learning how to interpret the situation objectively, thus identifying issues and gaining knowledge experiences. This is not just a means of getting over obstacles, but also a chance to ultimately enhance oneself on life's journey by keeping secrets and sharing. Suitably is not only a demonstration of self-control, but also the experience and knowledge need to become a real Stoic, live in harmony with the universe in which every speech and every secret bears its weight. In number 3. Avoid discussing. Your accomplishments are deeply ingrained in the Stoic mindset, which is a priceless lesson in self-control and restraint when preserving one's accomplishments. Private communication is a sign of honesty rather than insecurity or secrecy. Inner depth and maturity paint a picture of a person's genuine nature. Behind the sparkling achievements, allow me to tell you more about the gardener, Liam, who is the perfect example of developing focus. Those with perseverance and dedication who progressively turned a barren plot of land into a vibrant, colorful garden that is a haven for life. Each morning, when the lovely dawn light crept throughout the room, Liam would get up early and silently tend to his work, never showing a whiff of dissatisfaction or exhaustion. His labor went beyond caring for each minute detail, while simultaneously tending to flora living in his garden. As harvest time drew near, Liam's garden transformed into a vivid work of art, with the vivid hues of the flowers and fruits, but constant effort, sweat, and insomnia went into making that beauty. Nights spent tending to the garden and shielding it from pests and bad weather, Liam merely grinned and did not discuss the difficulties or efforts he faced. Mentioned how happy it made him to watch every flower bloom and every fruit grow under the sunlight's rays. Liam's narrative is not just an example of humility, but also a profound lesson on the importance of self-control. It's a lesson in life and completely embracing life, not looking for praise or acknowledgement from the outside, while concentrating on personal growth, development, and joy discovery. Enjoy every minute of our regular labor by remaining silent on our accomplishments. We get an appreciation for the process instead than the pursuit of results. Contentment at each hard-working moment and independence from other people's gazes is the key to leading a life devoid of the need for approval from others. To instill self-worth in a life in which we wake up each morning, feeling that we're improving version of ourselves in quiet and control of ourselves. Thus, let your accomplishments be demonstrated by your consistent daily self-improvement, as opposed to verbal communication, is the authentic way of life of live a meaningful life full of humility and an emphasis on personal growth, surpassing the dazzling light rights to fame and recognition, making comments while remaining silent concerning one's accomplishments if you have mastered the skill of self-control and restraint in preserving them. Don't discuss your next moves. Private number 4. Are you a chess player? Imagine a chess player moving their pieces in silence as an enthusiast adversary attempts to predict their next moves. This is not only a war of cleverness, as well as a valuable lesson in patience, strategy, and in the game of chess. Silence conveys meaning via every move and implied strategy that only seasoned gamers can genuinely comprehend, and consider that quiet is a secret weapon and a crucial component of the game, element that separates success from failure. Stoic philosophy, with this outlook on life, is supported by lessons in self-control and humility. When you decide to keep your next move a secret, so you not only hide your plans from increasing your level of intelligence and knowledge others' scrutiny, while yet keeping the concentration and drive required to overcoming obstacles. Humility is exhibited by remaining intense, kept private, a strong defense against criticism and divertisement that encourages intense focus and enables you to channel all of your effort and focus into accomplishing your objectives in quiet. You make time for personal development without requiring approval or acknowledgement from others. Moreover, maintaining plan secrecy is not just a strategic decision, but also an assertion of autonomy. You are in control of your future and can confidently choose any action. Additionally, this helps you eliminate the need for other people's acceptance by the dangers of complacency that compliments can bring, motivating you to carry on persevering tenaciously in the somber journey. Silence regarding the next step is keeping plans close to heart, serves as a reminder of inner strength and the virtue of humility. Cultivate a strong inner space where drive and focus can flourish. Let your deeds speak for themselves, unhindered, and when successes are, having reached your desired quiet, will say a lot. The fifth rule is to keep your mouth shut. The earth is flat, where a person's worth is determined by their social standing or even shadowed by other people's opinions on who is good for whom, who is bad for whom, and who is doing what is becoming a common conversation subject. But what if people are? It goes without saying that discussing you wouldn't make you happy. Here are some reasons why you shouldn't spread rumors about other people. Shouldn't start with that. First, let's talk about the power of words. Stoicism encourages moderation, but we also need to acknowledge that not all statements are worthy of our attention. And knowledge of speech, selecting words with care, is the first step to leading a purposeful, independent life is to concentrate on oneself rather than stressing over what other people may say or believe about us. Concentrate on our ability to manage our emotions, actions, and ideas. That not only ensures that we don't experience unneeded distress, that we are devoting our time to developing thirdly, ourselves favorable atmosphere. When choosing not to spread rumors about other people, we help create a more pleasant atmosphere where kindness and respect grow the foundation, starting a domino effect that will benefit the fourth community. Understanding and forgiving, refraining from discussing others. It also a means of expressing empathy and forgiving the challenges that every one of us encounters. Challenges and makes errors. Acknowledging this aids in the development of empathy for individuals in our immediate vicinity. Speaking about others is not just a clearly defining objectives decision in behavior, but it's also crucial to creating a meaningful existence for ourselves. Our urge to lead independent lives that prioritize personal growth and exhibiting compassion and empathy in this flat planet. The true worth in a person is found in their actions, not in the opinions or words of others. Character and deeds. Keep in mind that each phrase, and we have already completed halfway through, every action we take has the potential to change the world. The journey with 10 topics that we can avoid to help us create a strong, the soul's foundation. Your presence here shows your dedication and preparedness for our task on the path to being a real Stoic post. A comment I have arrived at midway through the process of turning into a true Stoic, as support and drive for yourself. And now turn your attention to the sixth topic is, don't discuss your when you do nice things. Picture a candle softly lighting a gloomy room. has a soft, subtle, pleasant, and illuminating light. This represents doing good in all that surrounds it, where every act of being kind is something that people do for its own intrinsic nature, in a cacophonous world where people frequently perform in silence to gain attention. Good deeds appear to have become a lost art. Let's explore the tale of Jack a Man. With a grim outlook, Jack frequently lends a helping hand at a neighborhood community center, where he helps the destitute and offers them. When it comes to meals, he acts in this way not because he wants attention or acclaim, but rather because he believes it's the correct thing to do. One terribly cold winter day, Jack encountered a young man shivering on the street, with nowhere warm to go. Instead of simply giving him money, Jack invited him into a cafe and got him a hot lunch and a cup of coffee. He sat with the man and listened to his story. Jack never told this story to anyone in order to show him that someone cared. Anyone, because, in his opinion, the act itself is what gives the ACT its worth, not acknowledgement from others. Keep in mind that good deeds shouldn't be done to pose inquiries, cling to attention or recognition like a torch in the dark. Activities should subtly illuminate other people's life, without having to show up when we do good deeds, without expecting anything in return. When we genuinely live at our highest essence and receive anything in return, we discover satisfaction and contentment in assisting others without wanting recognition. Stage lighting are insufficient to assess the genuine worth of noble acts. Therefore, let's perform good deeds in silence and let those acts speak for themselves. The key to becoming a true Stoic is realizing your worth, which we can do through our acts that we use to silently express ourselves. But incredibly important, number 7, avoid discussing your future. Plans outlining the reasons you should keep your aims and ambitions hidden from other people is important to consider. The majority of us think that if we declare people about our objectives and ambitions, and they'll provide input and assistance to make things simpler. For the plans to be successful, but scientists have demonstrated conversely, telling people about your plans lowers your chances of accomplishing those goals. These research has been done since ancient times. According to a study by scientist W. Mara, demonstrated in 1933, that if someone declares a solution to an issue that is acknowledged by others as a social, in their minds, reality takes hold, and they believe they've finished the assignment, even though the solution hasn't been put into practice yet. Keeping future ideas under wraps isn't simply a demonstration of ordered autonomy, as well as the strength of living in the since the future is still unwritten, it shouldn't be written in the present. Be discussed with confidence. The ability of silence to conceal future plans makes room for intense concentration on ongoing work, and embodies the key idea of Stoicism, concentrating on what we can manage rather than showing off what lies ahead. Plans take daily action with a specific goal in mind, appreciating each moment as a chance to live according to your morals and beliefs. When you're not focused on speaking of future ambitions, you fully exist in every moment that you spend living. Taking each day as if it were the last not only prevents us from feeling accomplished, but also keeping a growth mentality is crucial, encourages us to follow your plan and take meaningful action to accomplish our aims. Secrets are a manifestation of humility, and mystery is a defining quality. Of silence indicates stoicism in a society where boasting on social media is the norm. Self-assurance and independence, demonstrating that we follow our own path without seeking validation or encouragement from other people. Yet there are instances in which someone to watch over you and motivate you to do your everyday responsibilities. Tell them your ambitions and aspirations, but keep in mind that you are on the right track. Developing self-discipline is preferable to becoming a true Stoic. Depending on a manager, thus if you concur with our viewpoint, please mark this with a like and share it. Have you ever wondered why you shouldn't discuss your shortcomings in video number 8? When asked if it's appropriate to disclose your flaws to others, I strongly feel that we shouldn't do that, and if so, why? Because someone else could utilize them, even those who love us and us against them. It's critical to differentiate defects from weaknesses in our might be a bad quality or a character error that we can identify, and acknowledging our mistakes accurately is crucial, but our inadequacies as a whole distinct narrative. Our vulnerabilities are what allow us to be exposed and can lead to collapse at any time due to the way they elicit our feelings or behaviors. There are two decisions: can either conceal our flaws or strengthen them, but that is only possible when no one is aware of them. To demonstrate, imagine the following situation. Anger is a normal human response to unwanted. Have you ever been upset with someone for doing something right? Probably not, as rage frequently originates from a perception of something cruel or unkind to us, but if we are honest about our shortcomings, we are leaving up the possibility for others to harm us, whether on purpose or unintentionally. This not only keeping a ready and open mind, not only produces a hurtful cycle, but also impedes our ability to grow as individuals. Silently confronting and conquering our shortcomings is not merely a sign of strength, but also a manifestation of the fundamental values of self-control and respect. Stoicism, we are constantly reminded of how crucial it is to safeguard ourselves, and keeping things hidden that could expose us to the outer world allows us to not only keep ourselves safe, but also preserve our inner tranquility and harmony, carrying on with our personal growth without letting criticism or resistance get in the way. Don't discuss from the outside. Number 9. Your darkest fantasy in our discussion on topic number 9, a profound and significant piece of guidance regarding pursuing our highest aspirations. Secret. This is a profound plan for not just a counsel on discretion, strengthening inner fortitude, and demonstrating your attitude of independence, pursuing a lofty goal, like penning a book that has the power to transform readers' lives. Premature sharing of information could result in criticism and skepticism from other people, generating unneeded strain that deters and diverts us from achieving the goal of inner tranquility, which we can maintain by remaining silent and reflection. By holding on to your dreams, you make a space for yourself. Maintain and grow them in a noise-free environment. This isn't only an aids concentration, may also inspire the pursuit of more important goals. Self-reliance is a Stoic principle. By suppressing your deepest dreams, you not only accept full responsibility for their realization, but simultaneously work on internal strength and resiliency. Visualize yourself as a seed that needs time to sprout in the dark. Tolerance and defense to fortify oneself before arriving there. The keeping your dreams a secret teaches you to patiently tend to and tell others what you've learned. Cultivate them so they can grow stronger and more conceivable by delaying chasing after praise from others. Peaceful area where your dreams might organically develop. By not disclosing personal goals, you not only protect them from the critical eyes of the outside world, but furthermore foster resilience and internal spirit independence. This is a long-term self-improvement process where each step is accepted calmly but firmly, like a magical seed waiting for the right opportunity to bloom in the sun's rays. And don't forget to press the alert. Please click the bell and subscribe if this 9th topic number 10. Avoid discussing your times of solitude. We are asked to face ourselves in the quiet of isolation without. It's a period when we can listen to any veils without any annoying sounds. The authentic voice of our souls, a voice that is sometimes disregarded or lost in the daily commotion of life. Solitude reminds us that in these moments when we confront the universe in addition to ourselves, realizing that everyone is a part of a larger whole and that loneliness is a part of everything. Being both transient and valuable, loneliness turns into a teacher. encouraging us to be self-sufficient and not rely on approval or judging other people, inspires us to build a solid inner space where we can cultivate our best moral principles and qualities in solitude, where we come to terms with accepting and truly love ourselves, finding incredible strength, and be patient. Resilient times of loneliness are also opportunities for us to face and conquer our concerns by understanding that true contentment and tranquility originate from within, not from outward reassurance or empathy from others. We discover steadiness and calm in the face of uncertainty in order to attain tranquility. Despite life's storms, a magnificent soul state when strength and serenity coexist while one connects with oneself. In spending time alone, oneself is a sign of respect for oneself, as well as freedom enables us to have meaningful lives that are authentically our own, and to follow a route of sincere and long-lasting personal lonely periods of growth turn into priceless jewels along the path of moments of self-discovery, where we learn to value quiet, respect privacy, and value solitude in the context of Stoic philosophy as an essential aspect of life. We are reminded of the importance of self-control, humility, and attention to daily self-improvement by steering clear of conversations about the 10 things listed. We cultivate a calm mentality, but we also make a conducive environment for personal development and sense of community. As you learn more about this on a voyage of self-discovery with us, don't forget to exchange ideas and experiences, suggestions, and comments in the space provided below the video. Sharing and receiving support from one another enable us to keep producing more meaningful and perceptive work. If you think these thoughts are valuable and would like to help us out, please feel free to like and share this video with your loved ones. Crucially, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly do so. See all of our films where we discuss and use Stoic philosophy in order to daily interactions. Pay attention to the Stoic teachings presented at the conclusion of the film so you don't overlook any teachings, and I appreciate you taking the time to final verdict. We today lead meaningful lives, practice self-discipline, and always aim towards self-development. See you in the upcoming